Hello, good morning, everybody. So, today we are left with just a bit part of folk life of Eastern India, that we are left with that, and then we will do chapter number 20, that is disaster management. Okay. So, a forest life of Eastern India. The states of Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Odisha, West Bengal, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, Sikkim, Meghalaya are included in Eastern India. Of these, Odisha and West Bengal have a sea coast, meaning they have a sea next to them. Food. People in Bihar, Jharkhand and Chhattisgarh and West Bengal take roti vegetables, but use more rice in their meals. So people who live in Bihar, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh and West Bengal, they usually take roti and vegetables, but they also eat rice. Okay, rice is a staple diet in mountainous region. Mountainous region meaning people who live in regions of mountain, they mainly eat rice. They also use pulses, green vegetables in their meals. So they use pulses. Okay, that is your that is your kathod items, and they also take in green vegetables. That is palak and all those are, or your matar. All these are your green vegetables. They eat that. Rasgulla and Sandesh are the favorite dishes. That is the sweet dish. Okay, especially you get it in Bengal. Sandesh and Rasgulla. Very, very famous of West Bengal. Dressing. Bihari people wear dhoti, jabbo, khes on their shoulder. Khes is like here they put like a chadar sort, not chadar, but like a dupatta sort of a thing. Okay. And a pagdi. Okay, that is they wear a headgear. Women put on sari, petticoat and blouse. There is not much difference in the attire of people in Jharkhand, Assam and Odisha. So, you know, people of Assam, Jharkhand and Odisha, their dressing style is somewhat the same. Bengali ladies wear sari in a Bengali style and gents put on plaited with folds dhoti and a silken jabbo. So Bengali ladies are known for wearing their Bengali style sari. Men wear dhoti which are plaited. Okay, अभी इतना plate करेली हुआ है, and they wear a jabba which is of silk. Dwellings, meaning their houses. People in plain region live in houses made of bricks and cement. So people who are living on the plains where they are not living on the mountains, their houses are made up of bricks and cement. People in mountains use wood and bamboo in their house. So people who are living in mountains, they usually use wood and bamboo in their houses. Slant roof are seen in regions of heavy rainfall. So, you know, the roofs are slanting like this, okay? Especially where it's raining too much so that the water flows down. In Bengal, there is a pukur, that is a small pond in the house where fish is reared daily to use in their meals. So in Bengali, or especially the Bengali houses, they have a small pond behind so that they keep the fishes over there. They rear the fishes over there and so that they can eat the fish and sell the fish. Okay. So that is the thing that is found in Bengal. Language. Hindi is spoken in Jharkhand, Bihar and Chhattisgarh. Maithili, Bhojpuri and Magadhi are the dialects spoken in Bihar. So, Hindi is the main language of people in Jharkhand, Bihar and Chhattisgarh. Maithili, Bhojpuri and Magadhi are languages that are spoken in Bihar. Assami is spoken in Assam. Odia is spoken in Odisha and Bengali is spoken in Bengal. Garo, Khasi are the languages that are spoken in Meghalaya and Mizo is spoken in Mizoram. These are the tribal languages that are spoken in the region of Seven Sisters. Festivals and holidays. Bihu of Assam and Odissi of Odisha are the famous dance style. Okay, so Bihu is the traditional dance of Assam and Odissi is the famous dance in Odisha. The chariot procession of Jagannath Puri is very, very famous. Chariot procession એટલે Rath Yatra is very, very famous of Jagannath Puri. Festivals of Chhath and Bhai Dooj in Bihar and Durga Puja in Bengal are celebrated with great pomp. Great pomp એટલે with great celebration. They celebrate Durga Puja and Chhath. Thus, every state has its own festivals and holidays. India is a secular country and every state celebrates religious and national festivals. So, there are so many different states, and every state, if you see, has their own type of festival, have their own type of holidays. And we know that India is a secular country. That's why we respect and love each and every religion, each and every festival. In India, festivals of all religions are celebrated without any bias. So you know that in India we celebrate each and every festival with great love, with great care. Now the next topic that we are going to, or the next chapter that we are going to do, is disaster management. I'm doing this topic because it's big, and so that we finish this topic early, at the earliest. Okay. Chapter number 20, Disaster Management. A disaster may be natural or man-made, induced may be catastrophic or disastrophic, may be originated in the interior of the earth or in the atmosphere. So usually a disaster is something that is natural, that is created by nature, or it is created by human beings. Okay, it can be catastrophic, meaning it can harm other people or it cannot harm other people. Okay, either it is in the interior of the earth, okay, that is earthquake originates from inside the earth, volcano originates from inside the earth. So it can either be from the interior of the earth or it can be in the atmosphere, like heavy rainfall, cyclone, or floods. All these are on the atmosphere. It is felt over the extensive area of earth and also results in devastation. So large area of the earth gets harmed by it, okay, and it causes great devastation. That is, it harms the great environment that is around us. If we examine few phenomena, it will be clear that disaster damages lives and property to the great extent. So if we observe phenomena of earthquake or floods or anything, we will realize that it harms the atmosphere, it harms the environment, it harms the earth that is there around it. Some events like volcanic eruption, earthquake, tsunami, etc. are collective result of both natural as well as man-made. So some are totally man-made, some are totally natural, while some are mix of both natural and man-made factors. Like you have your volcanic eruption, earthquake, tsunami. It can be both natural as well as man-made. Some events bring pre-planned devastation and destruction. So some events are such which causes harm to human beings that are planned from beforehand. For example, atomic attack of US bombers over Hiroshima and Nagasaki cities of Japan in the Second World War. So we knew that these atom bombs are going to harm, but the Americans still used it. Okay, so it is also a disaster. Some are caused because of human negligence. Human negligence meaning because human beings did not pay attention to it, that's why it happened. For example, Bhopal gas tragedy and Chernobyl nuclear disaster of Russia. These two events happened because human beings ignored, or they did not take care while running a factory. Okay, so these are the two events that had happened. Now, types of disasters. We are aware about the risk of disasters to decide the strategy of relief work. So we have to understand how harmful a disaster can be, or till what level can a disaster harm us, and after that we can plan out on how to save ourselves from those disasters, or how to protect ourselves from those disasters. It is necessary to it is necessary to know the reasons and responsible situation. So it is very important for us to know the reasons of those disasters, and it is also important for us to plan out different strategies and different methods to save ourselves from those disasters. It is important to know that the reference to overall preparation of relief work, experts on disaster management have divided disasters into two categories. So there are people who study disaster, who learn about disasters, and those people work in disaster management, and they have categorized two types of disaster: natural disasters and man-made disasters. Natural disaster. This includes flood, cyclone, tsunami, drought, earthquake, volcano, forest fire. Of these, forecast is possible for floods, cyclone, tsunami and drought. Okay, forecast meaning પહેલેથી ખબર પડી જાય આપણને કે આ થવાનું છે. Okay, so we come to know about floods, cyclone, tsunami, drought એટલે વરસાદ નહીં પડે, દુકાળ આવશે. So that all these things we can come to know beforehand. Whether it's possible to forecast earthquake, volcanic eruption, forest fire, etc. However, to know, so we can't come to know beforehand if earthquake happens. We can't come to know beforehand if volcanic eruption happens. We can't come to know beforehand if forest fire happens. So that is your natural disaster. Now we will talk about man-induced disaster, meaning those disasters that are caused because of human beings. Here, fire, industrial incidents in your industries, incidents in your factories, bomb explosion, that is bomb fatu, riots એટલે danga are included in man induced. Now first we will discuss different types of natural disasters. In that first we will discuss about floods. By flood we generally mean an extensive land area remaining submerged under water continuously for several days. When a land, any land, remains under the influence of water or submerges એટલે ડૂબી જાય પાણીની અંદર, then that phenomena is called as floods. People associate flood with river. When river water overflows its bank and nearby land area comes under water. So usually people associate floods with river. When river overflows, especially during rainy season, then the land which is closer to that river submerges or submerges એટલે ડૂબી જાય, submerges inside water, then we call it floods. Flood is a natural event and as a result of continuous rainfall. So flood is a natural event which happens because of the rainfall which is continuous. Floods become dangerous when some construction is carried out ignoring human activity, drainage pattern, slope of the land, etc. and causes damage to the lives and property on the large scale. So usually floods are not that dangerous, but it can turn dangerous when when we are carrying out construction activity next to the river. See, now wherever there is a river, you need to plant more trees. Why plant more trees? So that it can hold water, it can take, the roots of the trees can take water. But I cut down those trees and build a house over there or make a house over there, then what happens? Those roots are not there to observe that water. So any human activity like construction activity can cause harm, can cause floods. Okay. Drainage pattern એટલે see, if it's raining too much, you should know where to divert the river water to. પાણીને ક્યાં ખેંચીને ક્યાં લઈ જાઓ. So when drainage pattern is not proper, slope of the land is not proper, then all these things can cause floods and it can affect the lives and the property on a very, very large scale. Now what to do? What you should do when there is a flood? Collect your precious and personal requirements and take refuge to a safer place. So collect all your precious things, money, gold, whatever, and go to a place which is safer. Put water, dry breakfast, candle, lantern, matchbox in a plastic bag so that they do not get wet and they should be kept with you. So take water, dry breakfast એટલે બનાના છે કે જે ભીનો નાસ્તો નથી પણ રૂખો સૂકો નાસ્તો છે. Take dry breakfast, water, candles, lantern એટલે આપણે ઓલું જે ફાણસ કહીએ એને lantern કહેવાય, lanterns, matchbox, all this put it in a plastic bag, keep it with you safely and make sure that it does not get wet. Do not keep children hungry. After floods recedes, drink only boiled water. So after floods go away, drink only boiled water. Why? Because floods ma pani je hoy, it's not good, it's not healthy to drink that water. That's why boil it. Radio, mobile phone should be kept with you invariably. Keep radio with you so that you can hear news. Okay, because TV to udi jase, right? So if you want to hear news, use TV and mobile phones for calling people. Be aware of the snakes. They come to dry place. Keep a bamboo stick to drive them away. So snakes also, obviously water has snakes and all, na? So snakes and all are there. So keep with you a bamboo stick or any stick with you to drive the snakes away, because snakes usually come to dry places. What you should not do, what you should avoid when there is floods. Do not eat food prepared in flood water. Don't try to make food in water that is from floods. Do not move out without collecting authentic information about the routes and situation before moving out to safer place. So, get correct information. Is it safe to go out? Only after you get proper information, then only plan to go out. So that was about your floods. Now let us talk about cyclones. Due to atmospheric disturbance, a severe storm strikes suddenly. Storm એટલે આપણે કહીએ એને વાવાઝોડું. Okay, so because of some disturbance in the atmosphere, suddenly there is a strike of storm. These storms are known as cyclones in Indian subcontinent. So in Indian subcontinent we call it cyclone. Hurricane and tornado in USA. So in USA they call it hurricane and tornado. Typhoon along the sea coast of China and Japan. So when it happens on the sea coast, especially in China and Japan, it is called as typhoon. These severe atmospheric storms are created due to unequal atmospheric pressure. So this cyclone is created when the pressure is not normal, or when pressure is not proper in the atmosphere. Such storms or cyclones create devastation over the area which they pass. So it harms or it affects the area whenever these cyclones they pass by. Its devastation effects are felt on the coast of the eastern India and the Kutch Saurashtra area. So eastern area is this side of India. So it's felt in eastern side of India and also on the Kutch and the Saurashtra side. Now, what you should do and what you should not do when there is a cyclone, we will do this tomorrow. I will stop here for today. Thank you.